So tell us about yourself and what you do.
My name is Christine Carlson. I own a few businesses. The one that's relevant, to what we're doing together is CZ Media Group, and we own a few brands. We've got a supplement brand, we've got a beauty brand, and we've got a men's health brand.
When you're selling those types of products, do you position them as one-time payment or subscription, or do you give the option for both?
Straight sale, one-time payment on all of it. We absolutely have a subscription model, but it's user initiated.
Excellent. And how long have you been in business?
We've been doing health and wellness, health and beauty I owned a network before this, so we were in the vertical for 10 years, but as an offer owner, brand owner, it's been 3 years.
What's the biggest lesson you think you've learned about running your own online business for that many years?
One lesson, because there's about 75.
What do you think the top, I would say 1 to 3 lessons would be that if you had to share with someone trying to get into this vertical, what would some of those lessons be?
Number one lesson is really control your customer service. Put your arms around it, because that's the core of your business. Through our customer services practices, we learned how to mitigate our chargebacks, our refunds by not outsourcing it. So that's a biggie for us. Second would be, and probably the first one, is research what you're doing, know your product, know the audience you're trying to target. Third would be have a really good development platform and good designers.
Excellent. And why did you decide to use Checkout Champ?
So we were looking for a platform that would help us with dev and design, but also allow us to make changes on the fly. Do we want to change a button color? Do we want to change some text? Do we want to put in an additional product in our cross sells? We needed to be able to do things on the fly. So we went with another platform. And although they talked a good talk and it seemed pretty affordable, it was a complete nightmare. And we lost 6 months of marketing time. Moving to Checkout Champ has given us exactly what we wanted. We've got the dev chops, we've got the design elementals, and we can change things when we want to change them.
And I've heard that before, Christine, where people have used other platforms, or they'll have 5 or 6 different platforms running to try to solve for their problems. Would you say that Checkout Champ, with the back end of the CRM, provides a complete solution for anyone that's not running just one storefront, but multiple storefronts and multiple sales pages?
That's been my experience so far, because and that was kind of the problem with other platforms, is you realized once you got in bed with them that they didn't really understand all of the aspects of the business. Yeah, I want a storefront, but I also want direct response pages, and I want a comprehensive CRM, and I want to be able to track multiple metrics and multiple traffic sources, plus, having the added value, huge value of the development and the design and customer service that's actually responsive, just 5 stars.
And what do you think the top 3 changes that you noticed right away with Checkout Champ were?
It's too soon to tell, but I'll tell you, just having a designer who is stoked to be Nathan on your team is so, he cares so much about his work and his output. We have like a kind of a niche offer, which is a lash serum. And he's like, this is going to be the best lash offer in the entire marketplace. And just that change alone, having a designer that's invested and interested in making cool suggestions. And then Bree jumps in and says, you guys, what about this call to action? What about that? Why don't you change this little thing? So having the support team, the customer service team that actually knows the business so well, and from all of the standpoints, from aesthetic to traffic to performance, really cool.
Well, so you really shared some of your thoughts on Nathan and the team. Let's talk about Bree, your account manager. I know that you'd mentioned that she's awesome. What has your overall experience been with the account management team in the past when you were with us, and now under Checkout Champ?
So in the past, I actually had a CTO at that point, and I had some devs working for me. So we didn't have to lean that hard on customer service. when I needed something, it was provided. It's just like a different kind of scenario in Checkout Champ because they're so hands-on and committed to, I mean, just the sense of urgency alone is blowing my mind, like blowing my mind. So I really feel like they're my team.
Do you feel
be
like,
honest.
the roadblocks when you came into Checkout Champ were overcome by the hands-on treatment from our account management team?
Overcome, and then my expectations exceeded.
Wow. Would you recommend Checkout Champ to other e-commerce store owners? And
I already have. And we will continue to do so.
do you have any suggestions as to how we can improve Checkout Champ for other users?
You should clone Bree and Nathan.
Believe it or not, we have several Bree and Nathan.
I bet.
Already. They really set the bar very high. Our goal for every client that comes on is to have them ready to be onboarded and go live within 14 days.
That's right. So we were like, hey, we've kind of been through a really hard time. I've got, investors in these brands who are like, you're supposed to be in the marketplace, traffic. We've got inventory that we paid for. So instead of 14 days, they got us up on our first offer, like I said, in 3 business days.
Wow. Well, Christine, I told you it was going to be quick and painless.
It was.
You taking the time to help us and share your thoughts on Checkout Champ. If you have any suggestions or recommendations in the future, and by the way, being product owners and, you own your company, I'm the owner of Checkout Champ. Have you ever had a hard time getting a hold of me?
No, I have never had a hard time getting a hold of you
Yeah.
in many, many years, sir, but yeah.
Yeah, and that's unusual in these types of environments. I think that
Right.
knowing your clients and hearing their feedback is important to help your product and your company grow. And I appreciate the feedback that you provided to us.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I mean, I had a special request that I figured you would say no to, and not only did you grant it, you responded in like 5 minutes on Skype. So,
well, it took 5 minutes because I wanted to make sure that we could accommodate you. I hate saying no if we don't have to.
All right, big fan.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Matt.